Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with no cider to try. Or perry, for that matter. Or brandy, or any of those things. Something, have we tried some in the shed before? I don't know if we've tried any of this in the shed before. I don't know if we have, but nonetheless. So, before I show you what it is, this is something that I was very sceptical about. I've had lots of versions of this thing, which it's disappointed me, I'll be honest. I found it disappointing. But I got a guy called Alfie got in touch with me and said we'd like to try some of this stuff. What is it, Chris? What's this stuff? Well, this stuff is mead. It's mead. And here was a bottle of mead. So I had a tasting down in Borough Market yesterday with Alfie, who got in touch with me. He had a selection of meads, primarily from this producer, Afon Mel, Ceredigion. It's on the west coast, near the west coast of Wales. And I've had lots of disappointment when I've had mead. It's not been very interesting. It's been a bit bland. It's been a bit blah. It's not really hit the spot for me at all. But it's an ancient drink. Some suggest the most ancient of drinks. They can trace it back. I mean, the oldest I've heard they can trace it back is 12,000 years. And then the shortest time is like 4,000. So you're talking thousands of years this stuff's been around. And basically it's just fermented water and honey. You know, you just mix water and honey, then that and wild yeast will ferment the sugars in the honey and give you mead, you know. So that's how it works. So mead wine is how it's sometimes described. Often associated with, the Greeks, Greek mythology and stuff like that. And certainly Nordic, Scandinavian sort of things like Beowulf. You know, I think most of the action in Beowulf takes part, happens in a mead hall. I mean, it's a hall where they drink mead. I mean, that's all they drink, really. You know, nectar of the gods, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so it's an ancient drink, and, let's try this bottle and see what we think of it, shall we? Yes, please, Chris. All right. As you can see, actually, I've already had some. But, pretend I haven't. What does it say on the bottle? What does it say? Which side should it? There's quite a lot. Brewed by monks through the Middle Ages, mead was the mainstay of Welsh courtly life. This is Welsh, as I've already said. It is reckoned to be the oldest alcoholic drink in the world. All over Europe it was thought to be an aphrodisiac and given to newlyweds to drink for a month, hence the origin of the word honeymoon. Fact. That's interesting. I like that. Celebrated in the poetry of Aneurin and Taliesin, it was a drink for which the Welsh were truly famous. I probably pronounced those names very badly. I apologise to any Welsh listeners, watchers, whatever. Afon Mel has a smooth, fruity taste which makes it easy to drink and enjoy it in a variety of different ways, and not just by newlyweds. And on this side it says, Afon Mel renews the tradition of mead making with a range of modern meads. Using a traditional recipe and modern brewing techniques, our mead is made in small batches. It's fermented at ambient temperatures during the summer months before maturing in casks. The process takes at least 2 years, which results in our mead having a smooth, mature, full-bodied flavour. And these guys have been doing it for about 20 years. So, let's open this mofo. Let's open this mofo and try it. Doobie-doobie-doo. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the colour too much because, it's not like cider where I have many reference points. So this is quite light in colour. This is their heather mead, just so you know, and it's 13%. So this is wine, basically. We're talking wine here. There is the colour. So this is still. It's got a very light, bright gold colour. Pleasing. Let's smell it. And holy moly, it smells flipping great. It smells like amazing honey. Concentrated honey. It's fantastic. I mean, heather honey can be quite intense, but this is... My mouth is instantly watering. If you like honey, the smell of this alone is worth the price of entry. It smells fab. It's the best smelling mead I've ever smelled. Ever. But closely followed by several of the other meads I tried yesterday. The nose on them was fantastic. One of them, it smelled just like freshly made pancakes with melted butter and honey drizzled over the top. When you're just about to eat it. Just fresh out of the pan. It smelled like that. Oh, what a great smell. And my mouth's watering again thinking about it. It smelled flipping great. So, just putting my nose in this basically blows every other mead I've ever had out of the water. It smells great. If it's half as good as it smells, it's going to be wonderful. Fact. I could smell it all day. It's great. It's great. Okay. Stop smelling it, Chris. Taste it. Okay. That is great. That is great. It's absolutely delicious. There's a viscosity to it to start with on your palate. It's like it's sort of quite thick. I love that. I love that. It almost feels like honey, like runny honey. The sugar content is fab, but it's natural honey. It's natural sugars, nothing added. It's just what's in the mead. There's a depth to it. There's a darkness to it. There's like an orange character to it. Flipping heck. If you like dessert wine, I think this works out the same price or cheaper than most solid dessert wines. It's got some acidity. It's very subtle, but it's there. There's a depth and a darkness to it, though. It's not a woody quality, but I can't put my finger on it. There's like a depth, almost like a deep, not caramel, but something almost like a slightly salted caramel depth to it in the back of my palate, which I really like. It's absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I never thought I'd say the words, I'm going to sell mead. But I think I'm going to sell mead because that rocks. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely superb. By God. And I've got all that to drink. Get in there. You beauty. Yeah. So thank you, Alfie, for introducing me to mead. To good mead. Not bad mead. There's a lot of bad mead around. This ain't it. I think this is what mead was meant to taste like. I think this is why people called it the nectar of the gods, ambrosia, etc. Because this absolutely rocks. Thank you very much. Over and out. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining me in my shed for an unusual tasting, but one that's given me much pleasure. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.